We have a very special Maserati today. In this series, we're going to take you through the interior to show you the plush amenities. We have the 2023 Maserati Ghibli Trofeo in Grigio Marateo over black and red interior. And through this review, I will be comparing this to Porsche, Mercedes, Audi, BMW to show you what the Trofeo is all about. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. The Maserati Ghibli Trofeo has a more unique stance to it because the front bumpers are Trofeo spec. That's going to get the carbon fiber on the lower splitter. The gloss black is going to be in the enlarged grille that pushes into these LED headlamps, which has 15 different LEDs. That's 200 times the lighting than your traditional light dual Maserati badging. One up top and one next to your 360-degree reverse camera. Nerissimo carbon characterization for Trofeo. Trofeo hood with dual heat extractor vents. Clearance is not going to be the best. This is actually going to sit just as low as the Porsche. The BMW, Mercedes, and Audi will be a touch more for your clearance. 21-inch Titano gloss black alloy wheels. Brembo 6-piston in the front, performance brakes with the front at 380 millimeters, 4-piston in the rear at 345 by 28 millimeters, double wishbone front suspension, multi-link rear suspension. Both the front will have your coil springs, your anti-roll bars, Skyhook performance suspension with electronic damping, limited slip differential, Corsa mode with sports mode, a length at 195.7 with a wheelbase at 117 inches. This is going to be a touch longer than the BMW M5 competition. You're also going to receive a little bit more horsepower with that M5 competition. However, this is a Ferrari engine that's in a 130 grand car, where when you get into a Ferrari, that's over $300,000. So the bargain that you're getting with all the dynamics that's implemented in this, a near 50-50 weight distribution, which is almost identical to the M5 competition. Trofeo badging and side air vents, red accents, Italian flag badging on B pillar. And the Porsche Panamera, you got to go to the 4SE Hybrid Executive, which MSRP is what this is, nearly fully loaded, to get performance numbers that are similar. And the same thing, if you go to the Audi, the RS7, it's going to be longer. It's also a sportback, so you're going to lose some headroom. With this, because it's also a smaller length than the Quattroporte, it's going to be a little bit less legroom and headroom as well, which are boomerang LED taillights. And on the rear, the Trofeo doesn't stop with sport bumpers with carbon fiber inserts and rear diffuser in carbon fiber, quad exhaust outlets, front and rear parking sensors with your carbon fiber spoiler that sits on top of the trunk lid. Power trunk lid going inside to 18 cubic feet of storage with a 12 volt here on the side. If I can open it up to show you, with a storage pocket, and it kind of deepens out. And underneath, we get a spare tire. The rear bench split folds at a 60-40 split, increasing cargo to this V8 sedan. It's going to have more storage than the M5 competition. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that Ferrari engine. 3.8 liter twin turbo V8 produces 572 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 13 to 20 mpgs with a 0 to 60 at around 4 seconds, quarter mile around 12 seconds, and a top speed at 203 miles per hour. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2023 Maserati Ghibli Trofeo as we go inside, go over the tech, and take this for our drive. Going inside the Trofeo Ghibli, and it has soft closed doors, so you don't have to slam the doors in your Italian sports car. Headroom is no issue in the front, nor is leg space. Carbon fiber kick plates, 12-way power seat adjustment for the front occupants, heated, ventilated with the Trofeo badging and Maserati. Contrast with the red, and you have the pattern design. The dashboard gets the contrast stitching, you get the leather wrap, you get the analog clock in the center, keeping the traditional Maserati interior with a storage pocket on the driver's side. Going into your 10.1 Maserati Intelligent Assist navigation. We got the pinch, we got the swipe, click the home button so you can see all the apps we have. With Maserati Connect app link, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa built-in, Sirius XM, Wi-Fi hotspot. Put it into reverse. We have a 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory, and you have a few different camera icons here to make it easy so you can see around the whole vehicle. Working underneath with your dual climate control settings, open this up, and you have your wireless charging pad right here with a USB A and C port. Carbon fiber goes around the cup holders and the rotary knob for your infotainment screen. You have your sports Corsa mode right here, Maserati badging, open up inside, and it's another storage pocket in which I hid the key fob. It's going to be a little bit more sport drive. Open up inside, it's deep with 2 cup holders, and this is cooled cup holders with a 12 volt. Going into the glove box, this is also cooled and regulated through that temperature gauge right there. 3-spoke leather wrap steering wheel, multi-function, it's heated, and you get the paddle shifters with the carbon fiber. The gauge cluster has an array of information for the driver into the center, so you can see pretty much everything that you need or what's going on with the vehicle. The door panel integrates into the dash. Memory seats start off with your Bauer & Wilkins upgraded sound system. You get the contrast stitching, the carbon fiber, and the satin aluminum with that pattern that runs through here. It's a little bit more soft to ride for your elbows, one touch up and down for all your windows, and a smaller storage pocket. For the back seat, headroom is not an issue. It's actually carved out a little bit, so that takes care of it for these side occupants. Leg space, I'm pretty much against the back of the front seat in the position I would be sitting. The door panel gets the same materials in the front with that carbon fiber. I like what's going on with the pattern. And we got the Bauer & Wilkins badging right here, one touch up and down. The smaller storage pocket. Unfortunately, sitting into the center, you have to really lay down and the seat sets you up. So headroom, I'm against it. I'm basically leaning backwards. My legs are against the back of the front seats. I'm taking substantial feet, butt, and shoulder space because this is really derived for smaller kids to sit into the center. Twin turbo V8, over 4,200 pounds of a curb weight. So it's not really that heavy considering the power that you get underneath this. And yes, it's not going to be the most powerful variant comparing to a lot of the rivals, and the 0 to 60 numbers may not be the fastest, but that 50-50 weight distribution really does make a difference when you are in a race, because you're not going to take this really on just a straight shot. You're going to be doing cornering and whatnot. You can do that with this. Upgraded brakes, 6 pistons in the front, 4 pistons in the rear. The brakes are insane what you have. So it's just a total package of performance. And it's so sealed up. All I hear is the exhaust note that's filtering in. I'm using the paddle shifter, so I'm just enjoying my drive. And this is at a low RPM. I'm barely over 1 RPM, and that's how much exhaust notes funnel through. It's just so smooth. I like the performance hood that they throw on the Trofeo because it definitely sets the class, so I know I'm in a performance variant madhouse. And just look. Unfortunately, there's cars all over the place. I can't show you full things, but dynamics, you have the capabilities to do everything. Now that's going to take me to some things I like and dislike, and that's what we're going to start off with right now. What I like about this vehicle is the bargain that you get. This is a Ferrari V8 twin turbo housed in a Maserati for half the price, actually more than half the price, like a third of the price. And it's practical because it's 5-seat. On the disadvantage, or something I dislike, the back seat, they really need to configure it where it's a little bit more easy accessibility for adults to fit back there. 2 people is fine, but 3, it's a nightmare. The second thing that I like is how clean the interior is. It's not over technology, it's just enough. They did a good job with polishing it off. And listen to this. It just wants to be fed. Turn radius at more or less a stop point is going to receive about 2 and a part lane. Let's rock and roll. I can see that 0 to 60 being 4 or even under 4 seconds. It is crazy what this thing can do. Take it off, of course, to just drive it on your normal daily basis. You're still gonna have a little bit of that exhaust note. Some of the air does filter in a little bit, but it's still sealed up for the most part. The last thing that I like about the vehicle is they make this look extremely performance driven, and again, it's a fraction of the price of a Ferrari. 3 things that I dislike, you already heard one. The second thing is this little area for your wireless charging pad, opening it up, closing it. I just feel like they should have maybe integrated it higher. This used to be the CD player, so they just left it where it was, and when it was a CD player, it was hard to put the CD because of your gear lever, in which it's really close up here and is far away from your actual arms. The last thing that I dislike is there's still no ambient lighting, and this vehicle's been out for a little while and they still haven't addressed that. And then the second part is the cup holders in the front. They don't have anything to grip the bottles, so if you do floor it like this, your bottle will fly all over the place. And that was just normal mode, by the way. Going back to the comparison, whether it's Audi, Mercedes, BMW, all those variants are great vehicles and they will be a little bit faster. But again, where this excels is the weight distribution, in which BMW would be able to maintain with it a little bit more so. And even if it is just a few tenths of a second quicker 0 to 60, it's the corners that this will start livening up to surpass them. Going to the Porsche, you're gonna have to spend over $120,000 to $130,000 to get what you have as a package with this. So Maserati really does give you the best blend of luxury and performance, and yet it's not necessarily breaking the bank account because all the variants are going to be in the $100,000 price point. If you go to the RS7 Sportback, that's around $130 MSRP. So again, look what the rivals are giving you as a price, and look what Maserati is doing. As for the drive, this is definitely an everyday car. Gas consumption isn't the best, but when you're over $100,000, who cares about that? Windscreen, it's pushed back. It is going to be a little bit lower of a roof line. So if you're taller, you will be seeing this a little bit more so. If you get the Alcantara headline, you will appreciate it a little bit more. That's what I have in my own personal Maserati. The hood makes me know exactly where the front bumpers are because of those dual hood heat extractors. With the width, it's not that wide of a vehicle and it doesn't feel that long. It actually feels like a 2-seat. This would be a great variant if it was a convertible. Ferrari engine, look at this thing. It is so quick and so fun. Oh man, this is a car that just gives you all the amenities that you need, plus that fun factor. I'd like to thank Maserati Tampa for giving us this 2023 Maserati Ghibli Trofeo for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video and the subscribe button. Check out the merchandise, website, and Instagram, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.